I have never been messaged so many times asking me to do a video on my moss coaster kit from Craft Club. Welcome. Hello, my name is Bev B. I like to dabble in crafts. I like to do craft kits. I like to try new things. And today we're going to look at the kit to make this. Spoiler alert, yes, I did complete it finally. So a few months ago, I did a video on the Craft Club half stitch kits. If you're interested in those, I'll have a link in the description box below. But in it, at the end, I mentioned that I also had a moss coaster. I want to call it a rug, but it's a coaster, a moss coaster kit. And a lot of people were like, do a video on the moss kit. I'm very curious to see it. One of my close friends was like, when are you putting out a video? I need to decide if I should buy it or not. Someone else said, hey, Bev, can you finally upload your video on the moss coaster kit? I think I want to get one, but I want to see your take on it. So here we are. Today, we're going to take a look at this kit. I did this over the weekend. And like, spoiler alert, if you're wondering if I enjoyed doing this, I really liked it. So in today's video, we're going to look at me opening the box so you can see if you do order one, here's how it comes packaged, here's everything that's included, and then we'll go through some clips of me putting it together. I'll also give you my feedback on like where I struggled, maybe some tips and tricks if I have any as well. And then at the very end, we'll take a very close look at this, like zoomed in detail, so you can look to see how the final product actually looks like up close and personal. If you're anything like me, you may have been scrolling Facebook and Instagram and came across a Craft Club advertisement. Craft Club offers a lot of different craft kits, everywhere from like beginner to intermediate, and some of them I feel like might be a little bit advanced, but they have everything from half stitch, cross stitch, embroidery, what else? Oh, latch hook. I was trying to think. Latch hook, weaving, etc. Like a ton of different crafts. And I placed my first order late last year. Well, it's like January. How am I saying last year already? But I placed my first order late last year, and I am obsessed with Craft Club. I'm like honestly telling you, I'm obsessed with them. And even after I finished this, like the next day, I went and ordered another moss kit. So even though today's video focuses on their moss coaster, I implore you to go and check out the other crafts that they also offer, and maybe you'll learn something new, you'll try something new, and you'll fall in love with it, much as I have with the moss coaster. So the moss coaster kit arrived in a cardboard box wrapped with like a label. I think the majority of Craft Club kits come like this. When I opened it up, I was pleasantly surprised to find a lot of yarn. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. Like, obviously, it's yarn being used to put together a moss coaster. So besides just regular yarn, there's like this beefy ball yarn. I guess it's like pom-pom yarn. There's texturized yarn. There's yarn that kind of looks like grass, which was like super cute. Is it like mohair? I don't know. And then there's also this super soft yarn. The super soft yarn reminds me of those socks you can buy that are like super soft and cozy and like self-care, treat yourself type socks. And I just recall when I was younger, me and my friend would go to the mall, and anytime we would see these super soft socks, she'd like rub them against her cheeks and be like, so soft. But that's what it reminded me of. Okay, anyways, moving on. You also get pipe cleaners, and I came to learn the pipe cleaners are for the daisies. There's also the mesh canvas, which is the base of your moss rug or moss coaster, and this is what you'll be attaching everything to. And then there's also a piece of white felt, which serves as like the cover for the mesh once you're finally finished. Then you also get a stick of hot glue, a latch hook, a tapestry needle, white embroidery floss, a spatula, and scissors. I didn't use the spatula at all. To be honest, I don't know what this is for. Maybe I didn't follow instructions properly. Who knows? And then lastly, you also get a plastic needle. The printed instructions that come with the kit are very minimal. Really, what they want you to do is to scan the QR code, go to the website, watch the tutorial videos. In addition to the tutorial videos, they kind of have like written instructions as well. I highly recommend watching the video tutorials, even if if you're just skimming through them to figure out how to do things. Like the written instructions are fine, but the videos are more tutorials and it's actually step by step. So it's very, very helpful, especially if you're new to moss coaster kits. Also, if you're expecting this video that you're watching now to be a tutorial video, it is not a tutorial video. I am the least qualified person to tell you how to do this. Putting together your moss coaster kit might seem a little bit daunting at first because honestly, I was a bit overwhelmed with like how long of a scroll the instructions were. But once you actually get into it and once you realize, hey, this is just a step-by-step process, it becomes completely less overwhelming and feels completely doable. So basically the first step is you trace the design onto the mesh canvas, and then you have the option of marking off where like the features of the coaster will go. So I did that, and then I moved on to the beefy ball yarn. I don't know, I forget what they call it. Is it palm yarn? I don't know, but we're going to call it beefy ball yarn. I moved on to the beefy ball yarn, which was super simple. You basically just cut it into 2 balls on each strand, and then you latch hook it onto the mesh canvas. There's 2 sections of the moss kit where it has the beefy ball yarn, so I just did the 2 sections first. And then after that, I moved on to the loops. And the loops, again, you're just using that same latch hook tool to attach the loops. I'm fairly new to using the latch hook tool, so it took a little bit of practice, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes, because the next part of it after doing the loop yarn was using the fuzzy yarn. Is it mohair? Leave a comment down below if this is mohair yarn. We're just going to call it hairy yarn. So I did the hairy yarn sections, and all you do is you cut like a little template, and the instructions tell you exactly like the size and everything. You cut a template, you wrap the hairy yarn around it, you cut it, and then you just latch hook it onto the mesh canvas. This was probably the most difficult part because the hairy yarn has so many fibers, so it kept getting caught on fibers. But once I put a little bit more concentration into it, because I was literally watching Schitt's Creek. Have you guys watched Schitt's Creek? I finally just watched the entire show. It is so good. Anyways, so I hook on the hairy yarn, and I ended up cutting it and trimming it down quite a bit. And this is also something that if I could give you tips or advice when you're doing your moss coaster kit, it's fine if you make a mistake, because all of these little techniques are compounded in a small area. So if you do mess up, it's very hard to see like, hey, I messed up on this, or maybe I missed doing something. It's very difficult to see because it's all in a little crowded area, and the end result, like nobody's going to be going into your kit and being like, oh, I see you messed up on this bobble or this beefy ball here, or this beefy ball could be down more. No. So just be confident in what you're doing and know at the end of the day, you do have extra, like I was left with so much extra materials, and I was going to say ingredients. I was left with so much extra yarn and extra stuff that if I had messed up, I would have been fine if I had to cut something out or unravel something as well. So just be aware that if you mess up, it's totally fine. There's extra ingredients, extra yarn and extra stuff, extra items that you need to finish it. Okay, so then after doing the hairy yarn, I ended up doing the grassy part. And I had realized like this grassy part, while it doesn't look that large of an area on the finished product, but when there was like all this mesh showing on this grassy part, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough grassy yarn, soft touch sock yarn to do this part. But again, like I said, at the end of it, I was very pleasantly surprised that I had so much leftover yarn. So I just went full force. I went hardcore into weaving. I tried all the different techniques. I did different lengths of the weave. I did shorter lengths, longer lengths. I did different directions, and I think it turned out really nicely. And also, again, at the end of the day, you can actually tell if I messed up. Like I was like, oh, I left part of this bare or whatever. So I went in after I was done this entire section, I went through it and with my hand to make sure like there was no naked parts or bare parts. And I realized that some of the area was actually naked. So I went in with the leftovers and I just stitched in and covered up any areas that were still naked or bare. And then after that, I ended up doing like these little yarn pom-poms, and I think they turned out so cute. So basically with the yarn pom-poms, you're just wrapping yarn around your 2 fingers, and then you're tying a knot and cutting the ends. With the finished product on their website, they didn't actually cut the ends up here of the pom-poms. They just left them so they look like little loops. And I tried to do that, honestly, but I didn't like how mine looked, so I ended up cutting them and trimming them down. And we'll talk about the finished product in just a moment. So after the pom-pom areas, the instructions said, hey, I've completed everything except for the daisy flowers. So they give instructions on how to finish your moss carpet, moss rug. So I did that. It's basically just weaving cutting the mesh and leaving a border, and then just weaving with the embroidery floss, weaving everything together to make like a nice little compact bottom or flat bottom. So I did that, and then I moved on to the pipe cleaner daisy flowers. The daisy flowers turned out so cute, honestly, and I was kind of upset because I was like, oh, mine don't look as cute, but once they're all together, they look so adorable. So I took their recommendations from the instructions on like put 3 flowers up here, 2 down here. And there's also a hot glue. I don't remember if I mentioned it, but there's also a stick for a hot glue gun that was included with the, I'm going to say ingredients again. With the supplies. There's a hot glue stick that was included with the supplies, but I have a hot glue gun, but me being lazy, I was like, I am not going to get my hot glue gun. So, of course, if you don't have a hot glue gun, you're not SOL, you can actually they give you instructions on how to make the center, the brown center of the daisies without a hot glue gun, and I just followed that. So it's kind of like you have the option of using a hot glue gun, but you don't have to use it. You don't have to worry about going out and buying everything, and I think that's the beauty of these Craft Club kits. It has everything you want and an extra piece. And also the spatula, I don't know what the spatula is for. If you've done one of these before, leave a comment down below and tell me WTF the spatula is for. But now I'm like, now I have a spatula. I can use it for cooking or something. I don't know. But yeah, I did not use the spatula. Okay, so then I put the flowers down. I wasn't going to do the bottom. I was just going to leave it so you could just see the mesh. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I have this felt, I might as well use it. And if I'm going to do a video about it, I want people to see what the bottom will look like. But also like, don't look at my bottom. Don't look at my bottom. It's ugly. It's fine. I did not do a great job. You have the option of sewing the bottom to the mesh, which is like the professional thing to do. But me being a lazy crafter, I was like, I'm just going to use glue. So I busted out my glue and I just glued this, and I basically held the felt on top of it, and I just used I did not trace it with pencil or anything. I just cut it where I thought that maybe it would be good to be cut at, and then I just glued it on and I left it overnight, and now the bottom is fairly stuck on. It's fairly stuck on. But yeah, so now here is my finished moss coaster kit in all its glory. And I fully realize now that like I didn't have to concentrate so much on trying to make my daisy coaster look like the one they have on the website or the one on the front of the kit. I could technically have freestyled this even more and made it truly my own, but because this was my first one and I didn't know that you would have so many leftovers, I was like, okay, well, I better just stick to the kit and like learn how to do this properly. But I like the idea of freestyling your own moss coaster, and I actually ended up hanging on to the extra yarn and everything like that. So now in the future, if I want to incorporate some of the bobbles or like the hair yarn or beef balls or pom-poms into a different moss coaster kit, I have that option as well. And I think it's fairly obvious, and I know I've probably said it earlier in this video, that I am in love with these. I don't think honestly that I'm going to use it as a coaster. Like, it's super cute. but I don't use coasters because I'm not a fancy lady. If you use coasters, let me know in the comments down below, but I literally do not take care of like surfaces and I don't use coasters. So what this is going to be, I think I'm just going to put it on the shelf and I'm going to put trinkets on it. Okay, I'm going to put trinkets on it. I don't know. Oh, is that a good idea? I don't know. Or it could just be a standalone piece. But one of my eventual craft goals or craft club goals is to get a moss rug, like the full size rugs. They have so many cute designs, y'all. But I really want to get one of the moss rugs and I'm not going to use it as a rug. Like, I think I would be so sad if I used it as a rug and then I got it dirty. And I know you can wash things, but like literally whatever. I want to do it. I want to do one of the rugs and use it as a tapestry on my wall. I think that would be so cute. It would be so adorable. Oh my God. It could like live right here or something. How cute would that be for a video? Just like as a background to my video. Okay. I don't know. Anyway, so that was my process and this is my review. Obviously, I'm in love with it. I would highly recommend it, 10 out of 10. And again, don't be discouraged or feel overwhelmed when you open up the QR code to the instructions. Much like I was, like I said, but once you realize that it is just a step-by-step process and it's just learning these techniques, it becomes very simple. You don't have to overwhelm yourself. It's not complicated at all. Even if you've never latch hooked, like I latch hooked for like 2 hours before even trying this moss rug. And if you've never weaved, whatever, like the written instructions and the video tutorials are so helpful. So my recommendation is just make sure you watch the videos. And then speaking of helpful videos, if this video was helpful to you and maybe influenced you in a positive way to purchase a moss rug or to try out something from Craft Club, I would love it if you use my affiliate link in the description box below. You can also use my code BevBCrafts for 10% off. I will get a very tiny commission if you do use my link, but it signals to Craft Club that, hey, Bev B's viewers actually really found her content useful and purchased from us. And then hopefully, because I'm obsessed with them, I can continue working with them in the future. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave a flower emoji in the comments so I know that you watched this entire video. Thank you so much. And if you have questions about anything I didn't talk about in this video in terms of the moss rug or coaster kit, leave them down below. I'm always happy to answer any questions you may have. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's on whatever side of the screen. I post new videos about crafts whenever I feel like it, so make sure you hit that notification bell as well. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye!